You can be wearing your scruffy clothes. It doesn't matter. They see the white skin. They want chance.
And then what?
I'm telling you right now, they're not attracted to you. You're chopped. She's 90 pounds overweight, balding, dental issues, came here on a flight to literally buy BBC, and this guy is just an unsuspecting victim, just waiting for his fate. We have all heard of passport bros, right? The people who travel to international countries, usually in like East Asia, in hopes of achieving themselves some type of anime baddie or something, I don't know. But one thing we've never really heard about are passport women, because I guess that's a thing. So today we're gonna do a little bit of education, and we're gonna watch this video called Passport Girls.
Imagine 20% of your country's GDP being made up of British pensioner women coming to your country to
Sadly enough, there are probably a lot of people, especially in the black community, if you're talking about, I don't know, African Americans, who would welcome this with open arms, okay? White women coming to spread their eggs. I was gonna say spread their seed, but I guess they don't have seeds. Shout out to Lil Durk though. The physical personification of, if it's white, I'll hit it.
You see, the situation in Gambia is so insane that the Gambian Tourism Board had to come out and basically tell
Stop coming here with toy boys, huh? Gambia has announced that it wants to shed its reputation as a tourism hotspot for older women traveling here from Britain and Europe in search of younger men. So old white ladies from Britain are going to Gambia to get their rocks off. Why Gambia? Are the men in Gambia just, 12 inches and thick or something? Like, is there something I don't know? Is there something I need to do a little bit further research into? So we're on the biggest D size scale index right now. Gambia. Oh, wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so they're number 7 in the top 10. Okay, now I see exactly why. I can't even blame y'all ladies no more. My bad. Game respects game.
British women to off and go to someplace else.
I'm kidding.
Because they're trying their best to attract quality tourists.
What type
tourists
of
who
cut?
come to enjoy the country and the culture, but not the tourists who come just for sex. I've already made a video about British dudes doing this. Also, they're literally just creeps to women most of the time.
Oh, okay.
You see that Muslim chick? See the eyes? Hi! Would you like to come for a drink with me?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah,
Sometimes. Where's the hotties? Everyone likes the lovely girl.
It's doing it now.
Yeah. Behind you.
Dudes like this are straight losers, because you can tell they can't bag no women in their native country because of how weird they are. So they got to use their race, their wealth, and I guess other qualities if they have them to try to mess with girls overseas who might be impoverished and are looking to get out the hood.
Mate,
Oh, what are you? Daughter
what are you doing, mate?
You're a girl. Come and talk to us. Let's talk. We can talk.
Oh, you're just a nasty little...
But turns out, something about British people makes them despise each other and
Okay.
not date each other. Which is why they go to poor countries as quote-unquote tourists. Like, yeah, bro, I'm sure you went to fucking Belarus because you were interested in the culture.
Hell nah.
I'm sure you went...
You don't care about none of them culture dances. You don't care about none of them. No, you just trying to get freaky with the women, bro. Let's be honest.
Fucking village Shitovska, Belarus, to just experience the authentic Belarusian culture. So, because I already smacked the booty of one side, now it's time for the pensioner women. So
Okay.
the situation in Gambia is just horrible and disgusting in my opinion. Where fucking Susan, who's 60, goes to Gambia to just pay people like 500 quid to get some BBC. And
How much is 500 quid? I think, first of all, bro, I don't know if anybody else is thinking this, but how old are you to be still having, that drive to want to mess with dudes overseas, bro? As a woman, aren't you supposed to be getting like menopause around that age? I thought y'all start to despise men at that point. At least that's what the 7-year-old woman in the nursing home told me, bro.
the locals there basically have no other choice but to comply. Of course, there are Gambian men who don't do this, but living in Gambia is fucking hard, bro.
Oh.
And these 60-year-old Anglos take advantage of this in every way. Oh, Susan, I just found this place in Africa where the average person makes $300 a year.
I can just imagine, bro, in the UK, oh, Susan, there's some men in Gambia who have big D's, big dongs, and the men here in UK are not cutting it. I must go to Gambia to get fucked. My bad. Brief intermission. If you are enjoying the video so far, please make sure you sub to the channel, join the community. I think we're at like 11K at the time of this recording. So do me a favor, please sub if you're enjoying. Thank you so much.
We should go there and do you know what? It's extremely exploitative to pay someone like double their yearly salary for them to be your boy toys.
Oh,
And you know
damn.
this
That's
shit
how little
wouldn't
they
happen
make?
if Gambia
Damn.
was a place where you could earn a decent living. Get these motherfuckers on an American minimum wage and they'd be slapping the fish and chips out of these grannies as soon as they offer them their bullshit. Why Gambia? Out of all the places in the world, I'll let Lotier God, an expert on this subject, explain this.
Oh, we know
Lotier
why.
God, an expert on BBCology.
Because when the Europeans came on the ships and seen those
African ass bouncing and titties jiggling like National Geographic.
tall statures, thick thighs, they was blown away. Never seen bodies like that until they landed in Africa. Never seen big ass, juicy titty and nice big black brown cheeks.
Yo, ain't low tier got like 35 years old, bro. What are you saying on the internet, man? What are you saying, bro? Come on, man.
Never seen
Come
that
on.
shit before.
Absolute
That's crazy.
Documentaries
That's
made
crazy.
an amazing documentary about this, and I'll be using some clips from their documentary as well. It will be linked in the description. The dude doing the documentary had been to Gambia 15 years ago before this one, and he describes his experience.
There were sort of older white women around. They were incredibly, they were grabby. Like, I got grabbed and pulled onto someone's lap.
Grabby. Buddy, you're a victim. They're not grabby. They are grape it. They're not grabbing nobody, okay? That's SA, bro. What?
Once, she had a hand up my t-shirt. She was all giggling and laughing with her friends. She sort of stopped a bit when she heard
Yo,
my
I did not know white women were moving like this, bro. This is like some news to me. I don't know if it's news to y'all. Maybe y'all in the chat know and been knowing this. Maybe y'all are experts on, you know, Africa and such. For my African audience, did y'all know this was going on? What?
But really, she carried on. I mean, she would have carried on if I didn't stop her. And that was my first experience. That's the first time I realized that this country is a place where the rules are completely different.
The first experience you had in a new country is you getting touched unconsensually? Yo, send me back on that plane immediately, okay? I don't care where I came from. I'm going back.
He went into a nightclub where there was a whole strip designed for tourists, and in the nightclub there are literally hundreds of old white women with young Gambian men. On the plane to Gambia, all he saw was just white women going there. The ratio of male and female was not orthodox, to say the least, and he met up with this British woman living in Gambia who said,
man,
it's a fun time because you could have...
She looked like the local crack addict on the street, okay? She looked like the local, you know, person who's selling their, you know, box for $10.99 in LA. Like, you know, all types of drugs going inside of this body, bro. I can tell.
2 or 3 men in a day, and it doesn't matter how she dresses and how people just flock to her if they see the white skin.
Of course not, because you're paying them double their yearly salary to get smashed, bro. Who's not doing that? It was in desperate times, bro. This is straight up exploitation.
Walking down the road. You can be wearing your scruffy clothes. It doesn't matter. They see the white skin. They want chance.
And then what?
And then she just...
They don't want you, lady. They want your bread. I'm telling you right now, they're not attracted to you. You're chopped. Okay, I guess maybe I can't be talking. I don't know. Whatever. Maybe I'm not the CEO of Chopness, but bro, I'm telling you right now, they want you for that quid. Okay, they want you for the euros. They want you for the bucks, USD, the yen, the yuan, the pesos, whatever currency you use out there, man.
Cup, the worst fucking sentence I've ever heard.
Want chance.
And then what? Does he ask for money straight off? Like, I'll come back home with you if you give me X?
Let me guess.
They're not that blatant, but it's not long after you've bought them home that they start saying, oh, well, my mum's a bit sick and she needs to go to the hospital and I haven't quite got the money, and or my children's school fees are due and I ain't quite got the, you know, they'll come up with some excuse every time. They class it as a job. They've just got to put up with her for a certain amount of time.
Ew, man.
Let her think they're in love with her. She's going to go back to England. Oh, I found my soulmate, blah, blah, blah. Because they're good at talking.
She acting like they're the victims of this situation. Breaking news, lady. You are the one immigrating to a different country to smash these African kings, okay? And then have the nerve to be like, oh, they're trying to exploit us for money. Yo, in the words of Donald J. Trump, go back to your country, okay? Go back. The one time where that sentence is actually acceptable.
Yeah.
They're good at talking. It's just the way they are. You ain't never going to change them.
Okay.
It's the mentality that they've got.
It's just the way they are. You ain't never gonna
What about
change
your
them.
mentality?
It's the mentality. Oh yeah, bro, a whole country's men just decided to be boy toys only because they wanted to, and it's just their mentality.
Yeah.
Move them to a rich first world country. You think they're gonna be doing the same thing?
No, bro. No, bro.
These people are desperate for money, and she's just like, oh, it's the mentality.
Facts.
Why are these people like this? Oh yeah, mate, they do that because it's the mentality and not because they live in a place like this.
Can you not find a woman in Gambia?
There are a lot of Gambian women who love me, but I don't want to marry to a black. I'm a poor guy, you understand?
What?
I'm a poor guy. I don't want to marry to a poor guy. In the next level, I cannot take care of her.
So the money comes from European women?
Yeah, from European women and old ladies. Obviously, they really help black peoples, you know. It's an appreciation that we appreciate it a lot. A lot. It helps us a lot.
Do you want to marry her?
You know, if I have a white whom you know that she appreciates me and love me, I would marry the guy.
Okay.
Obviously from my heart. I will not even wait till tomorrow. If it is today, we make it tonight.
Okay.
I'm gonna get married.
These people are not
So it's like, okay, on the surface level, you might hear, oh, he's not going to marry a black person. He's colorist. He's racist. He has self-hatred. But no, he's really just trying to get out of this impoverished country, bro, and do better for himself, because he knows if he marries another black woman in his country, it's just going to be more poverty and people that he can't take care of. The kids he can't take care of, the woman he can't take care of. It's just going to lead to more poverty. But instead, he's thinking, okay, if I marry somebody out the country who comes in here, who actually loves me, we can maybe start a family, we can build something, and I can get out of this poverty, and they can help us a lot, because as he said, these white women from Europe, they help us a lot. What he doesn't know is a lot of the times, bro, these white women are using you for your dick. It's just victims, bro. They're victims, bro.
Not even hiding it. These relationships are so transactional, it's actually insane.
Yeah.
And before some people say, oh, God's every relationship is transactional.
No. No.
Please, bro. Please. Stop the cap.
No, yeah.
Relationships are only transactional if you make them out to be. People love each other for who they are and do not trade them for other, for example, more beautiful or more successful people.
That's a fact.
It's the same thing as seeing a handsome dude with an average looking girl and being like, oh, why is he with her? He could do so much better.
Yeah.
Maybe he just loves her, bro.
That logic is low-key the worst, because that like makes people think that everything is based on looks, when it's like, bro, looks are less important than personality. I hope y'all know that. Like, y'all looking for a partner, whatever. You gotta really know what's inside their heart, because at some point, bro, them looks, they're cool and all, but they will go away, and you gotta actually deal with that person. And when they make you sick, bro, don't say I didn't warn you, bro. Don't say it. It's a fact, man.
How about that one? Maybe he just loves her and doesn't want to leave her. Maybe he does not want to, quote unquote, do better and wants to be with this person forever, no matter who else he finds. Yeah, this Gambia thing is not one of those relationships, though. Both parties know exactly what the other one wants. This is
like, just, bro, look at the sadness in his eyes, bro. And look at the happiness in her face, bro. She's 90 pounds overweight, balding, dental issues, came here on a flight to literally buy BBC, and this guy is just an unsuspecting victim, just waiting for his fate, because he knows, bro, this is his only shot out the hood.
just prostitution with more steps.
Basically, yes.
The dude in this situation is being exploited because he was born in fucking Gambia, where making money is next to impossible, but he has...
The average yearly salary is $58? Huh? That's like, what, 12 Big Mac meals? Is that a Big Mac thing to say? To equate currency in Big Macs? I don't know. That's neither here nor there. People in America spend this much money on gas every single day, man. Damn, that's so low.
Has to survive somehow, and the older woman is just someone nobody wants to fuck, so she just exploits these young Gambian men for her own sexual needs and gives them money to survive.
Disgusting work, bro. Disgusting.
Passport privilege as well. And like, the whole situation is just extremely weird. For example, this couple, a Gambian man and a British woman, had a house together, and the whole thing was supposed to be built by this Gambian man, and then they were gonna live there together, and this Gambian man was going on about, oh yeah, this house costs like 70,000-80,000 euros, which is not money you can get in Gambia. The woman said she didn't give him any money to help him build the house. The dude just looks fucking dead inside while talking. And he said he worked as an engineer and had some other contracts, which is how he was able to afford to build this full-ass house in around 5 years.
Damn, this is a nice house. He built it with his bare hands? That's a real talent, bro. You would never catch me doing nothing like that, bro.
A lot of stuff just doesn't match. You got 80,000 euros in Gambia to build this house, and you look dead inside while being with your girlfriend. And on top of that, the dude who was doing the documentary saw an ad that said this house was for rent, and then he confronted the woman saying it was for rent, and she said
I'm confused.
It was supposed to be rented out before they were gonna live there together, but the rental sign has been up for more than 2 years. What the fuck?
So is she just exploiting him?
I'm
confused.
Just a lot of different characters partaking in this action. The woman who thinks the men are doing it just because it's the mentality. There's a dude named fucking Karl Marx.
His name's Karl Marx?
We're joined by Karl Marx. He's been working on the beach for the last few years.
Okay,
to make a living
interesting.
From tourists.
Who said he doesn't want to marry a Gambian woman because he does not want to be poor.
Yeah.
Him being named Karl Marx is the most suitable name.
Okay.
It's literally rich people taking advantage
See,
of
I gotta do more research on the historical political stuff because, bro, I don't know. I know Marxism, but Karl Marx, I don't even know what Marxism really is for real, bro. Somebody let me know in the comment section, bro. Give me some education.
Country just to get BBC is crazy to me. The thing is, though, there are a ton of people who just travel to these poor regions because they want to experience the culture and just vibe check the whole place. So a lot of British people who actually want to travel for different reasons probably get accused of being there for the wrong reasons. Like, if I hear a British dude going to Belarus, I'm instantly assuming he wants to date white women.
That's true. And actually in Japan, I had the same realization because if y'all didn't know, okay, in Japan, there's a group of black people who go there and they're on these blocks, okay? It's in Shinjuku, if you guys are familiar. It's in Tokyo, okay? And in this part of Tokyo, let's just say there are women there on the block, selling their for a price, okay? And there's a bunch of black people there trying to get people to buy that box, okay? Trying to get other Americans who speak English to be like, yo, come mess with this girl. She's $5.99, okay? Now, I had the realization, if they think that if the black people are the ones selling them, they're going to think other black people who are coming on vacation in the area are trying to buy it or trying to sell them too. So they're not going to want to talk to you.
And the women in London are too posh for him. One of the reasons I'm happy I have a Georgian passport is 1, I can visit the European Union without a visa.
Okay.
2, I cannot get accused of being a passport bro. Even if I go to Thailand, they'll be like, oh, Georgian passport. Oh, you poor mountain man.
Damn.
Who was a little communist for 70 years and exports dictators. Me.
Damn.
Kind of off topic here, but it's hilarious how a vocal minority of UK citizens have created a horrible stereotype for all British
Makes
tourists
sense.
aboard. I was in Poland recently, and speaking English with a British accent in Poland is basically asking everyone around you to hate you. I was hanging out with a few of my friends there, and Geopol and his friend, whenever they were out, just saw a group of lads. Not British people, but lads.
I'm guessing there's some lore that I don't know about in Europe. Yeah, I don't know. They don't mess with UK people in Poland? What did British people do?
The type. Here's a British person, here's a lad. The difference is very clear. And
okay.
You saw just a group of lads yelling outside of a club in Poland. We want pussy, we do. And then every Polish woman in the distance, of course, just came running up to them and jumping.
That's how it
straight
works?
on their What's up, guys? Connor Klein here. Today I'll show you how to get 9s and 10s in Eastern Europe. Which passport
Geo-maxing. Yo, passport people are insane, man.
Gambia was the center of the slave trade. So seeing all this, even with its colonial past, is just fucking weird. And
I didn't even know that, but I guess that even makes more sense now that I think about it, bro. If that's the slave hub of the world back in the day, bro, it's not even that surprising that they're using that to target, you know, people who are completely impoverished and can't do any better for themselves.
Honestly, creepy too. To be honest, the only way to fix countries like this so the locals don't have to do this bullshit is to invest in their country.
Yeah.
So the money comes from actual organizations and not just horny grandmas.
Yeah.
Because 20% of the GDP being made up of this is just crazy.
Damn, that's a lot.
To build the country up is by investing money.
Yes.
Money. Rats,
donate, bro.
Moolah in the country. And building schools so people have greater access to education. The investing money part will create a lot of jobs in factories and offices and whatnot, and the greater access to education will give them the ability to work in those industries instead of the BBC industry. Because even the fucking tourism industry, like a Gambian man can't even work in the tourism industry because all the fucking tourists there are like old British women knowing to get the magical 3 letters.
So they're not even there to see sightseeing at all. They're there for one reason and one reason alone, bro. That's just wild.
He just like wanted to be a normal fucking tour guide. Eventually, the people he was touring around would demand a little more extra for a performance bonus of tourism. You know?
So it's like happy ending type of thing.
It of course hurts the locals as well, right? Nobody wants to see their son or a family member go through this.
True.
Literally prostituting themselves for money.
True.
For some like old British fucking grandmas, you know? Imagine being a girl and like liking this one boy, but like everything is so poor, like that dude just does this bullshit for money because there's no other way to get money in this fucking country. So yeah, bro, if you're watching this from the UK and your mother recently went on a trip to Gambia, I have some bad news.
It's over. Yeah.
I have some bad
she
news.
gets let it out for some cash or giving away cash. Well, that's going to do it for the passport girls who are specifically targeting Gambia and maybe other African countries that we don't know about. Again, if y'all know, let me know in the comment section. That is absolutely crazy, diabolical. I, once again, never heard of this phenomenon. I always heard about passport bros, but never heard about passport women or passport girls. Completely foreign concept and absolutely down bad and disgusting. Let me know in the comment section what you want me to check out next. As always, please make sure you sub to the channel. Join the Discord link in the description and recommend me new videos you want me to check out. Thank you for watching. It's Love You Lol. I love you, and I'm out.